Right, now this is little spider. This is the big bevel. Look at that. That is beautiful.
The first parts of the as yet unnamed Big Bevel are back from anodising and ready for the final stage of testing and development before release for sale.
So we've just quickly assembled this. It's not quite there yet. We've got the spacer machine. Matt's working on that now. We've got some lasering to do, but as a concept and as a prototype, yeah, I'm really happy with that. So this blade or tongue is 350 millimeters from the tip to the end there, or 13 3/4 inches. And that means that you can use this quite effectively as a circular saw guide. And the lever's really pretty good at locking. So that's completely loose. And then just within that amount there, it locks off, and that's actually a lot better than I was hoping for. So we've got a stainless steel pivot bolt and a brass nut. Both of those are custom made. These are prototypes that we've worked on at the moment. We've tried to make sure that this blade remains free to find plumb, which will be super useful. One other cool little feature that we've got is this protractor here. So, and with this little notch, we'll be able to get a reading of the exact angle. I'm really happy with that.
A large proportion of our time is spent designing tools and developing new ones. Being a small team at TrigJig, it's always a battle to fit prototyping in with production. We recently added another vertical machining centre to bolster our production, but adding a new machine with new tooling and a new control to learn takes more time than just buying the same machines as you already have. Our older XYZ machine is now mostly used for prototyping. Unfortunately, this week the machine is out of action as the umbrella style tool carousel needs some attention.
Right, so that's the state of the bearings. So we're going to have to replace those 8 bearings. We've got those 2 bearings for the carousel. Drum, we're probably going to get this sent away to get done because it'll take us far too long to do it ourselves, and we don't have the kit to change those bearings.
We've had problems with the tool changer on this machine since 6 months after we bought it. We nursed it along after the service engineer couldn't fix it, but now we have a short window of opportunity to try and sort the issue. And it's a good job we did. The bearings we thought shouldn't have failed so quickly clearly had, which we suspect was down to an incorrectly fitted retaining nut. Continued use had left them in pretty rough shape, and the guide rails had suffered too. This means we have to wait for those parts to get shipped in. There's always plenty of work for us to be getting on with though, so while we wait for the parts to come in for the tool carousel, I jump onto the other machine to make some left-handed versions of our Glider 82 combi square. During milling, every 5th part off I check the surface finish, every 10th part off I check the dimensions, and the 20th part is seconded by someone else on the workshop floor. Meanwhile, back to the Big Bevel, we're discussing the scales to use on the protractor. There's limited real estate here, so the range won't be as comprehensive as found on the angle finders, but it should be useful nonetheless. There seems to be a need to write measurements or notes directly onto the tools lately, which makes sense if you don't have a spare notepad to hand, or you can't just jot the numbers onto a workpiece in situ, so we've used the reverse of the tool for this purpose. And here it is. If you want to follow the progress of this tool, subscribe and click the notifications bell so you can see how this one turns out.